On people, today we're going to talk about why you need to find your purpose before you get married, before you have kids, plus some of the techniques, steps on how to find your purpose. There are many people out there who think finding that purpose is this mystical, majestical thing. Sometimes it can be just as simple as making a decision. That's it. It could be just that simple. But I'm going to give you some tools. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff here. This is Glendon Cameron, founder of Hustlers Kung Fu, where your real financial education begins. Now, I can't think of something more financial than marriage. Marriage is a contract. There's a lot of things that go into that. And if you're doing it correctly, it involves money, it involves conversations, it involves talking about a lot of things that people don't want to talk about, which usually is an indication that they shouldn't be getting married. But we're going to talk about you, my dudes. We're going to talk about what you need to do to get yourself together. And you still have to do these things whether you're going to get married or have kids or not. There are many people who are never going to get married. They don't need to be married. It just doesn't work for them. But for those of you who may want that in the future, stay tuned. Now, one of the things that I'm going to do as I get this situated, well, okay, I guess it would help if I do that. I went ahead and created something new. It is the Disruptive Male Purpose Pack. And as you know, if you're here on the live stream, you get a significant discount that has to be applied while you're on the live stream and up to an hour after the stream. So I'm putting Becoming the Boss, because you need to become the boss of you, Disruptive Mating, the Hustler Mindset, Pimping Your Mind for Success, the Child Support Courts, Fat Cat Secrets, Parenting Contracts, LLCs and Trust, Disruptive Money, Personal Alternative Cash. You know, there's a few of you who bought this yesterday. You bought the old one, so I went ahead and I deleted the old one and I added you to this one. That's how we roll here. So let's go in here and see what we're going to do with this. Let's go with coupons. And what we're going to do, we're going to do this one. Get to the bundles. All right. Plus, there's a special course that's not developed that's coming to that bundle. Boom. And we're going to take, let's see, what are we going to take off? Let me look. Before I get too crazy. So we're going to take, all right, here we go. We're going to take $440 off. And we're going to go $440 off. And for those of you, okay, here we go. So I got a new toy here. You're gonna love it. Dollars off. Well, actually, let me do this first. So it's 440. No, $440. Make sure I spell it all correctly. Off. And we will do 15. Whoa. We will do 15. We don't need to do expirations because we're going to delete this. So we will do, let's do 20. We'll do 20. Save coupon. What I'm going to do is All right, for those of you who can't see the small print, I know you can't. I got you. Oh, we're going to do $440 off. That's the code. Wait a minute. It was like, what the heck? All right, there we go. Hold on a second. Let's get rid of that. All right. Let's see. There we go. I'm like, wait a minute. That's worse than the paper. $140 off. So that's the code. That's what can get you $440 off of that package. That will be in effect until the end of, well, let's say an hour after this. So it's $444 off. So right, she would have that situated. Plus, we're going to talk about some other stuff, such as what is the first thing you need to do to find your purpose? And we're going to talk about different stages of life. If you are 16, you got a lot of time. If you're 20, you have a lot of time. If you're 25, you have a lot of time. You're 30, not so much. 35, the clock's moving pretty fast. 40, you are really pushing it. 50, you may be so set in your ways you cannot change yourself to adapt to your purpose. 60 could be a wrap. All right, so how do you, as a 16 to 25-year-old, find your purpose? You must acquire as many experiences as possible. You're 16 to 25, you need to be traveling, you need to be going out, you need to be doing all types of stuff, because 16 to 25, you don't even know yourself. So there's rare people, there's exceptions that know themselves, but as a whole, no, it is not in the cards. So you need to experiment. You need to conduct a lot of tests. You need to. I don't understand that. Okay. Let's see what's going to happen. That was kind of crazy. Let's see. No, it wasn't your internet. I don't know why it switched. Hold on. I'm going to have to fix something real quick, so that doesn't happen again. Nope. Don't need that. Network. All right. We will see. Cancel that. All right. What I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it was internet on my side. For some reason, this computer switched to the slower internet, and wow, that was really, really bad. That was very, very bad. It was crazy bad. So, all right. Kind of disturbed my flow a little bit. So I'm getting in the chat room. What's up, Johnny Walton? What's up, BC Angel Hands? The Wild Jones Report, Certified Sounds, Agent J Poole, Zola, what's going on? Shalise, Cartel 07, the Sheiky Jones. You felt I was talking to you? Could have been. What's up, Ray Owens? Jimmy Choo, does she know going into the date that she's paying for her own food? How does this work? What's up, Caston? What's up, Tone Lee? What's up, Alvin, Jasmine? Ray Owens, P.S. If you've not purchased the Hero Mindset Bundle, you're tripping. The content's all that. Appreciate you. Let's see. You know what? Hold on a second. That's just for the Disruptive Mail pack. What's up, Robert? Good deal, Maurice. What's up, Games and Graphics? All right, good deal, Dashiki, Tanya. What's up, Aunt Banks, Rockasaka? Actually, you could travel for free if you know what you're doing, or very low budget. The Hectorix, yeah, I know. Yeah, it was going a little crazy. Alvin, men who know their value get equitable and cooperative mates, for real. All right, so looks like the stream is back. And I've got to, that's amazing when you do live streaming and you get slow internet. It seems that the way that this is set up, that this gets kind of crazy because it was drawing like a lot of power, and it was just messing up everything. I'm trying to get my my thing back. Hold on. There we go. And trying to get the audio back. All right. So for those of you who want the Disruptive Mail pack, the link is under the video. It has a lot of stuff. You can get it during this live stream for $159. All right. So this is the code for $44 off. And I'm going to just get rid of that for now. All right. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is experiment. Now, this will not gain you the gains that you want, but it will help you tremendously in figuring out what you don't want. Everyone knows what they want, but until they do something, they don't know if they want it or not, if that makes sense. So you should experiment. You should travel, and travel is in your car, and you could travel for probably $350 to $500 a month. And then you should date. And dating, what is dating? Dating is you go home, she goes home. You meet up somewhere, you enjoy each other's company. You need to date a lot. And at the end of the date, you both go home. You need to date tremendously, because this is what happens. If you fall in love with the first girl that shows you some attention, and then it'll be good for a year or two, maybe 3, and then one day you'll wake up and realize, it's like, what am I missing? I didn't date that many people. So don't fall in that trap. So you should date heavily 16 to 24. You should be dating your butt off. Also, you should be building a business. This is crucial. And you should be doing this between 16 and 24. And the reason is, even if you do not do this for a while, even if your business isn't successful, you're going to learn so much at an early age under the cover of your parents, if you are fortunate enough to have really decent parents. A lot of people don't have decent parents, so that is a big problem. Alvin, very true. What's up, Rona Stockard? Malachi Anderson, what's up, Quentin? I was married 12 years. It's an iPad. It's an app. So experiment, travel, 350, data lot, start, should build a business. And that looks a little jacked up, but, and let's see, save and clear. Okay. So let's talk about ages 16 to 24 as a man. One, you have a lot of testosterone. You have a ton of testosterone. This will mess up your thinking. It will lead you to think things that are just crazy. So part of what you have to do is work out, because that's going to divert some of that testosterone. Read a lot. That's going to make you have a longer attention span. And journal. Because if you do these things, you will be much further ahead than men who are twice your age. There's a lot of people who just don't do these things because they don't know to do these things. So another thing you should do is focus on making money. Now, many people will tell you these are the best years of your life. You should be cool. You should not do that. You should date. Now, the reason that you want to focus on making money between the ages of 16 and 24, it becomes a habit. A lot of things that develop in your development between the ages of 16 and 24 are psychological and physiological. If you start working out at this age and keep it up for 8 to 10 years, even when you stop working out, you always have that he used to work out look. Your muscles will grow that way. What's up, Harvey? Mo Grizzly, that's when and why I joined the United States Marine Corps. That's very interesting. All right. So another thing that you need to do at this age of 16 to 24, be very blunt with women. Many men during this developmental stage get in the habit of lying to women, get in the habit of saying what they think women want to hear, and they become, let's see, I can do it here. They become simps. And we'll go over here. This is submissive, impotent, manipulated people. This is what a simp is. This is someone who is submissive to social norms. They're impotent to their own power, and they're easy to manipulate because they always want to please. And I mean, this is simps, and or AKA beta males. And I'm going to tell you why the system is set up like that, and why the system is designed to produce and make you into a simp. If every male was an alpha male, this society would not work. Let's take Donald Trump. Like him or not, he's an alpha male. and he is a narcissistic alpha male with little regard to other people, save maybe his family. Now imagine if we had 20, 30, 40 million Donald Trumps. This whole thing just would not work. So the beta male is needed. But for you guys who are here learning more, you got to get out of that. So essentially this channel is small, so I'm only going to impact a few people, but these tools that I will give you will leave you to not have a life of suffering. All right, so this is very, very important. Now, if you come up to this path, you're going to be okay by the time you're 25. And the reason is you will, let's see, you're 25 to 35. You will have a greater knowledge of self, because getting what you want is an internal mechanism. Once you know yourself, once you understand how you operate, once you understand what drives you, what compels you, you'll be able to understand other people much easier. And to get here, you have to be honest. You cannot lie to yourself. That is just not going to work. So if you go through the procedures and things that I put up, then when you get to be 25 to 35, if you're inclined, you may be more suited for marriage. Now, here's another reason for dating and only dating. And let's put this up here. Dating is not having sex. The more men have sex with a woman, the greater they will bond. Sex equals bonding. Consequently, the more sexual partners a woman has, the less likely she is to bond. So you got to be real careful with this. If you're looking just to smash, it doesn't matter. But if you're looking for someone that is compatible, someone you want to spend a lot of time with, someone that eventually you want to marry, you can't do this. Not until she has bonded to you. Then you can smash as much as you want. But until she bonds to you on a higher level where it ain't even about sex, you will have problems. You will have a lot of problems. I'm going to have to get my little setup a little bit better. Let's see. Oh, you got to. I recommend traveling and building stuff. Definitely. Alvin Holinger. This one's very true. Develop your age during those ages. Yeah, because the thing is, if you don't, you may never, ever develop it. True. Drew Barnum. I'm 18 years old trying to get a $3K loan for my business. I'm getting like 35% interest rates. Would anyone be willing to negotiate? Well, Drew, this is what you do. You hustle up the money. You're 18. You create a service business and you get that money and you don't take a loan. And one of the reasons that you should do that is when you go ahead and earn that money, you spend that money differently and you appreciate your success much more. Malachi, I'm glad you're here to tell me this information when I'm 20 years old. Thanks. Yeah, because essentially what happens to men from a hormonal standpoint, the older we become women. Hormonally, we become women. Our testosterone level drops and our estrogen level rises. And consequently, older women they become men. estrogen level drops, testosterone rises. It's a weird thing. Unless you're married and a lot of that stuff is mitigated. It still happens, but not as severe. This sounds almost spiritual and new agey. It is. It very much so. This is very much into personal development. Learn to be a nice guy, seeing mom and dad fighting growing up, seeing mom cry. Then I realized it didn't work with other girls. Thus, I began my journey to reverse that. Rock solid. What should someone in their 20s who's never had girlfriends do to start? Well, I know this is going to sound really, really strange, but that's not really that abnormal from the standpoint of human history. Dating, car dates and stuff, that is something that is about 80 or 90 years old, maybe less. Your grandma did not date. Your grandma didn't hang out with your grandfather. They walked to church together and he held her hand. That was the extent of it. There were some people who had sex. They ran fast and got pregnant out of wedlock. And you know what? They were sent out of town, or they were sent to live with Aunt Sue. This notion of dating, free will, and picking this is very, very much new. Essentially, in history, your parents picked your mate. That has been, in many parts of the world, that still happens. So don't even feel bad about that. So the first thing you need to do is to go ahead and make intentions on what kind of purpose you're going to have, because you should, between 16 and 24, do a lot of experimenting. But you still need to, well, let's say you're 20 and you've done 80 experiments and you still don't know what you need to do for your purpose. You still need to do you need to do more. I am not 20, and I'm not going to purport to know what you 20-year-olds go through, because the game changes. I saw this young lady the other day that there is no way in the world I would mess with this chick. But she was, what you guys call hot. But just there was so many things that just turned me off about her. And it was more of a generational thing than she was a bad person or something like that. I'm quite sure that someone would see her and scoop her up in a heartbeat. And I thought about that. It's like, why don't I like that? And it's just it's a preference. It's just a lot of things I don't like. Agent J. Poole, I had my first at 21, missed a lot of stuff in life. Had to break up to have different experiences as a man. Agent J. Poole, you had your first what at 21? Alvin, a lot of simping is developed in males by either an absent father or overbearing father, and the son trying to be the opposite. That could be true. Absent father or the mother babying him. A lot of stuff happens. Mo Grizzly, I didn't have my first real relationship until I was 27. Married first wife around 30-something. Now I'm working on third wife and fourth child. Wow. Barong Pants. Yep, men and women are born very similar. Look at babies and become very similar in old age. Yeah. Albert, we'll talk about that in the next stream. Probably tomorrow. We're not going to talk about that in this stream. So part of this is, and I'm going to kind of go back and see how messed up this is, because I'm probably going to cut it short and do it correctly. I'm just checking something, because clearly the quality is not what we're accustomed to. All right, just checking. I'll leave this up and see what happens. Cartel, what if you're 20 messing with a 16-year-old? I don't really think that's bad. Some people in society may frown upon that. That's pretty much within the age range that most women deal with men. Charlton, how much is life experience and just identifying what you don't like? Part of life experiences is, how can I say this? Once you identify what you don't like, then you know that you don't like it. And you probably know why you don't like it. And then that becomes, yeah, it's all wild today. Like I said, I'm probably going to cut this off and try to do it again in the morning. Because, hold on a second. Anywhere. Yeah, because the thing is, one of the things that I've learned from doing these streams is like when the beginning is jacked up or there's a problem, it does not get any better. For Drew has a service business. Listen to Glennon that works. I made almost $600 in one day during the snowstorm here. That's amazing. There really is. Let's see. What I'm going to try to do is salvage some of this. Hold on. For those of you who are here, because there's only 62 of you here, which means that this didn't go the way that I wanted, I'm going to do this. Now, it's part of the processing, and I can't like really change it without getting up and doing all kind of crazy stuff. Actually, I'm going to do that, D-Hectrix. I'm going to do that probably next week. Experiences definitely make contrast in your life. Hold on. Let me do this real quick since this, I'm not going to leave this up. I'm probably going to take it down. I'm going to do this over again because, like I said, it got so messed up. So let me get in here. What I'm going to do, I'm still going to leave that the way that it is, and I'm going to do, what are we going to do? All right, so I'm going to create another coupon, and it's going to be a percentage, and we're going to take 30% of all products. And it's going to be, I'm going to actually put this up on the screen, 30 off. Just keep it simple. 30 off. And I'm going to do 25. So that's the new coupon. And what I'm going to do, this is the coupon code, 30 off. And I'll probably leave this up because it's so jacked up, a lot of people are probably not going to see it. But that's 30% off of any course or anything that's going on. And I'm probably going to leave this up a while because the stream got jacked up. And I like this thumbnail. I love this thumbnail, so I'm probably going to do this again, but not tomorrow. I'm probably going to do it like next week and, you know, just do it correctly because I've learned that, you know, when you do it's the same topic the next day or something's messed up or you create a part 2, it just doesn't go that well. Just doesn't. So tomorrow, probably between 8 and 9, maybe earlier, I'm going to, actually give people a little time to jump into this. And that's 30% off of anything that is at hustlerskungfulifeskills.com. And I'll just put that up there. So 30% off anything there. And that is your code. So since we're here and this time is allotted, give me a little second to work on some stuff. Because, you know, I'm trying to get my little setup together and it is not working out. So what I will do, and, you know, when you're setting up these live streams, like that's the first time that because we have like 3 different internets around here, and for some reason it switched over to the slow internet. I don't know why. I have no clue, but it created a lot of problems because that's why it like froze up for about 3 or 4 minutes. So let's see, live stream. So while you guys go ahead and get those deals, get those gains, I'm going to create tomorrow's show. Kind of show you what I do. So we're gonna do a new thing because I have them in my head. I need to create a template, so make sure that that is right there. 30% off, and let's see. Your business with direct marketing. Because the thing is, I can go ahead and do this right now. Let's just go at 8:30. Let's go 8 a.m. And I got to create a thumbnail. So for those of you who are interested in how I create thumbnails, I'm going to show you some. Because I'm not leaving this up. I'm just not. And that's going to be bad. So I definitely can't leave this up now. So let's see. Business. So this is kind of the process of how I make thumbnails. I have to kind of find something that is very eye-catching. I like that, but it's got a great background. So that kind of kills the look that I wanted. You see him smiling. You know, when you put a person in a thumbnail or a book cover or something, that typically gets you more views. But we're trying to do something a little different here. Nope. That is, well, actually, there it is. That works. So what I'll do is download it. And then I will take it here because it's got a few issues. So let's see. Documents, downloads. Where is it? All right, there he is. So and we go ahead and get this bad boy. This is kind of funny. This is kind of involved since I'm actually doing it with people around. But when I'm just doing it myself, it doesn't seem like it's that long. Oh, I go ahead and get all that out because I don't know how big this sucker's going to be. I kind of have a feeling how it's going to be, but I'm not sure. All right, so now we get rid of all that. And then we bring this guy. Oh, this is working great today. Now that I have an audience, and we want that to be down. So get rid of that. Download. Then let's see. We go here. That's funny. There we go. All right, I don't know why it did that. We go here to Hustle Camp. Because I'm using this thumbnail again. I don't care. I love this thumbnail. There we go. Do that. Get rid of him. Go back to downloads. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna download both of them. All right, cool. So that's what I need. All right. Oh, and we make it. When you're making your thumbnails, you have to make some of this stuff so big because, you know, it's going to be on such a small screen. And let's put crank. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Create that. Tomorrow will be the 11th. Create that. It takes a minute because it's going to, there we go. Hit this for the stream, because now that I know that this thing will possibly change, that's just something else that I have to look out for. For weeks we were going well, and then that stuff happened, and boom. So how to crank up your business with direct marketing, that will be the live stream tomorrow a.m. Like I said, you know, between 8 and 9. I put 8. It just depends on what I get into the night and what time I wake up in the morning. So let's see. Wow, that's kind of far behind, huh? All right. I choose my battles on women to talk to, and if you can't communicate, that's a turn off, and I don't take them seriously. Well, that should be. If you can't communicate, that's a big problem. Experience make contrast. It's your birthday. No, that was not it. There's, like I said, there's the offices I rent, they provide Wi-Fi, and that was the Wi-Fi, and it's just not strong enough for live streaming. It's very inconsistent. Sure thing, Agent J Pool. Oh, it'll be all right. All right, so for those of you who want a course or something, wow, it's still doing all that. All right, so disruptive mail, you can get this for the next, we'll just let it ride for the whole night because the screen got messed up. And then you guys can get 30%. Use this code, 30% off, to get any, you know, what you need, what you want. And I'm about to bounce because it's just real interesting, because as many live streams as you do, there's always a little got you, because, you know, I've got the thing set up with the mics, I got the angle set up, and then why that switch? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that out of the network so it doesn't happen again. But anywho, all right, I will do this again next week. I'm not going to do it tomorrow because that would just be too fresh. And then I may do it in the morning. I don't know. All right, you guys be good. I will be back tomorrow. The next one will be how to crank up your business with direct marketing. It is something that I am doing. So I'm not going to tell you something I'm not doing. I'm going to tell you something I'm doing. Now, how cool is that? All right, I'll catch you guys later. Be cool, be easy, and I'm out.